Focused and fearless. Here's everything you need to know this rush hour of May 3 Friday. I'm Riza Diaz. Let's kick off today's rush with an update on the arrest of the man who's allegedly behind the videos linking the president's family and friends to the drug trade. But the suspect claims he's not the so-called Bikoy. Marlene Alcaide has the report.
Rodel Jaime admits that he created the website used in uploading the videos linking the president and his family and friends to the drug trade, but he denies that he's the Bikoy behind the videos. Jaime says he was just urged by a friend to develop the website last month. Now, the suspect vows to cooperate with the NBI to arrest those behind the uploading of the controversial videos.
Pakiramdam ko, nagamit po ako kasi siyempre, pinagawa sa akin yung website na ang akala ko nga po maganda yung hangarin na para magpo-post lang ng mga magagandang nagawa ng mga politiko na sinusuportahan. Pero po, hindi ko akalain na bigla po nung April 2, in-upload po sa Facebook page.
Jaime also explained how they were getting hundreds of millions worth of kickbacks. He said that after creating the website and turning it over to his friend on April 1, he was immediately stripped of access the next day. He said he was paid only 2,500 pesos for the job. Authorities have yet to confirm Jaime's story.
Natanggap ko pa lamang po is yung panggawa lang po ng website. Kasi nga po, sa akin, bilang kaibigan, parang, okay, gamitin mo yan. Gagawin ko. Doon po sa nagpagawa sa akin, ang masasabi ko lang po is sana lumabas siya, linawin niya na hindi ako yung may gawa nun, hindi ako ang nag-upload.
Jaime, however, admitted to being a Liberal Party supporter but sees nothing wrong with showing support to his favorite candidates.
Bilang supporter, sumasama po tayo sa mga campaign rally. Bilang suporta po sa ating mga sinusuportahang kandidato. Wala naman po sigurong masama na gagamitin mo yung sarili mong pera para sumama dyan, sumuporta, magpakita ng suporta.
Jaime is 27 years old, a high school graduate, and dreams to finish college to be able to help his family. But for now, he will face inciting to sedition and cyber libel charges. The NBI Cybercrime Division is now conducting a forensic examination of the computer and cell phone recovered from him. For News 5, JC Cosico, We Are One News.
Overseas voters are complaining about certain irregularities in vote receipts as well as alleged pre-shaded ballots. Patricia Mangune with the story.
This OFW was enraged after voting in Hong Kong. She claims her vote in the ballot for Attorney Glenn Chong as senator was read by the vote counting machine as a vote for another candidate. She did not show her voter receipt, but only a document proving that she filed a complaint with the COMELEC. A netizen who claims to be the poll watcher at that time the OFW voted said the OFW made no complaints while she was still at the precinct. The poll watcher stressed that the VCM does not lie. If there was any mistake, it was the voter misshading the ballot.
So ang ginawa ng SBI doon, kumuha siya ng blank ballot at ipinakita sa kanya. At doon nga po magkahilira siya. So may tendency talaga na siya ay magkamali ng shade, especially kung siya ay parang nagmamadali or iba yung kanya naiigat. So, may mga tendency talaga nangyayari na gano'n sa pagpupull watch ko since day one.
The COMELEC said all of the VCMs used for the overseas absentee voting went through the final testing and sealing. But if a voter contests the results, he or she may file a complaint to have it investigated after the election.
Prior to the voting process, we conduct what we call the final testing and sealing. And in the final testing and sealing, that is one method to determine that the VCM counts accurately. And pumasa naman yun eh. They get the voter receipt and then right there sa likod na meron siyang objection and then put it in an envelope. Isang tabi lang. Because we can verify later on na yung receipt niya, you can match it with the ballot through the QR code.
Another social media post making the rounds alleged that some ballots are pre-shaded with invisible ink and can only be detected with ultraviolet light and the VCMs. The COMELEC dispelled the rumors.
So we tested, hindi naman binabasa ng BCM yun. Kasi the BCM actually looks for a black ink. Yung talagang ink, hindi invisible. It was obviously a staged video because the ballot that was used did not have the QR code.
For News 5, Patricia Mangune. We are One News.
Here are some of today's headlines related to the elections. Administration Bet Bongo has denied rumors that he's asking voters for 2,000 pesos each to get reservation for housing projects. Now, during his campaign in Bukawi, Bulacan, Go said the matter is now being investigated.
Pinapaimbestigahan na rin po ito sa NBI na wala pong ganong scheme, no, na maniningil ng 2,000 na meron pong pabahay. Huwag tayong magpaloko, huwag po tayong magpaloko sa mga taong nagsasamantalaha sa mga panahon na tulad ng ganitong panahon.
With a little more than a week left before the midterm elections, lawmakers sought assurance from the Energy Department and the power producers that there will be no brownouts from Election Day until the end of the canvassing period. Now, in yesterday's hearing of the Joint Congressional Power Commission, lawmakers said interruptions would cast doubts on the integrity of the elections. That's why they asked for DOE's contingency plans in case of sudden outages.
By May 4, that is on Saturday, babalik na po yung mga planta na wala sa chain, ano, sa supply chain dahil nga po nagkaroon ng outages. So kung bumalik po 'yon, balik po tayo doon sa normal level po natin. We said na walang muna yung maintenance, wala tayo during that period, and we want all hands on deck of the industry player to make sure that we have sufficient power.
And Ilocos Norte Representative Rudy Fariñas drops out of the gubernatorial race. Fariñas explained that he never planned on running in the first place and sought to retire once the 17th Congress adjourns. Now, with this withdrawal, Amy Marcos' son and Ilocos Norte board member Matthew Marcos Manotoc is now running unopposed.
I may not be able to give 100% of my time dahil at my age, gusto ko naman yung pa-relax na. So advice ko kay Matthew, is even older than when I started as mayor at 28, kaya yan. Magsilbi sa tao. I wish him the best for the good of our province.
A series of grungy photos instantly went viral this week. While the Anti-Poverty Commission respects the artistic freedom of the photographer, netizens and media advocates slammed him for supposedly romanticizing poverty. JC Cosico has the full story.
Photos showing a woman wearing worn-out clothes and begging money from taxi drivers were recently uploaded by Facebook page 7am Rant. These photos recently went viral and gained mixed reactions on social media. Some netizens praised the photographer's skills but criticized the concept of the photo shoot, which he described as grungy. But the owner of the photos was shocked upon receiving such criticisms and said it wasn't his intention to romanticize poverty.
Wala talagang intention na may yurakan na sinasabi nilang mga sa poverty. Walang ganun.
He also explained the underlying message of his photos.
Meron siyang baon na na sando, ginawa na namin yung sinira na lang namin dito. Tas meron din siyang baon short. Tas ayun lang. Tas nag-shoot kami ng for fun lang. We have to dig more para dun sa message. Yung message siguro niyan, huwag natin i-judge yung mga tao siguro. Kung gano'n itsura nila, dapat hindi tayo gano'n.
Meanwhile, the National Anti-Poverty Commission respected the photographer's artistic freedom, but said that poverty is a very sensitive topic.
I think on the pictures themselves, we cannot speak for the artist, di ba? Kung ano yung message na gusto niyang i-portray. It's a complex problem na kailangan ng complex din na solusyon. Kasi maraming pangailangan yung mamamayan natin, kagaya ng pagkain, una, at malinis na tubig, peace and order.
However, media literacy advocates slammed the concept of the photo shoot.
The photos still come across as offensive and insensitive, to most viewers. And I think this shows with the kinds of comments that the photo shoot got online. Hindi siya neutral dun sa mensahe na gusto niyang ipadala. Kasi there was a conscious decision on his end as a photographer, as an artist, on how he want to convey his message. I think this serves as a lesson for content creators that they become more sensitive of the kind of content that they produce and broadcast on social media.
The photographer apologized to those offended by his work, adding that the backlash he received taught him a lesson.
Siguro lesson na lang rin sa part ko na tawag dito. Pagdating sa ganong shoot, di ba, na maging mas sensitive pa.
For News 5, JC Cosico, We Are One News.
Water level at the Angat Dam dips further. Data released by Pagasa this morning shows that the water level in Angat is down to 177.5 meters from yesterday's 177.97. And as mentioned by Chayla Francisco in her report, the water level is expected to slide further in the next few days. Meanwhile, parts of the country, particularly Batanes and Babuyan group of islands, may experience severe thunderstorms due to a frontal system. Now, the rest of Luzon, on the other hand, may only experience localized thunderstorms just like last night. Bicol, Visayas, and Mindanao may also experience some thunderstorms due to the easterly winds. Now also, brace yourselves for a hot and humid day as heat index in Giwan's eastern Samar yesterday reached 50.8 degrees Celsius. Now today, a lot of areas, especially in Luzon, will also experience scorching heat. Moving on with some of the biggest stories from the dailies. Filipino Star ngayon reports irregularities in the Marcos-era pardon granted to Quezon City Representative Bingbong Crisologo. Handwriting expert claims that the absolute pardon that Crisologo has is fake. Malacanang documents also showed that the lawmaker was only given conditional pardon. Crisologo was convicted for arson and was sentenced to double life imprisonment before being pardoned by the late President Marcos in 1981. The Civil Aeronautics Board has conducted a formal hearing on Cebu Pacific's recent wave of flight cancellations in the past week. Business World reports that the aviation regulator has asked the budget carrier to submit additional documents explaining the irregularities of the airline's operations. Now, the hearing is set to resume on May 6 to determine if there is a need to file penalties against Cebu Pacific. And a good news for the proud Iskos and Iskas out there. The University of the Philippines is now the 4th best university in Southeast Asia. That's according to the latest ranking released by London-based Times Higher Education. Now, the State U jumped past 6 other higher education institutions in the region and came in behind the University of Malaya in Malaysia and Nanyang Technological University and National University, which are both in Singapore. Now, future lawyers, we know that you've been waiting for this day. Results of the 2018 bar exams will be out today. You're looking at live pictures at the Supreme Court in Manila, where results will be announced. Now, top-notchers will be named at the podium, while the names of all successful examinees will be flashed on the screen. A total of 8,155 candidates took the bar exams last November, and that's said to be one of the highest number of examinees in recent years. Now, to pass the bar, candidates had to hurdle the subjects of political law, labor law, civil law, taxation law, criminal law, remedial law, legal ethics, and legal forums. Let's fast break now to Sports Rush. After the emphatic defeat in Game 1, Petron forces F2 Logistics to a do-or-die Game 3 in the PSL Finals. The Blaze Spikers played catch-up after dropping the first set, with Kath Bell leading the charge. Petron managed to reign over the next 3 sets to outlast F2 Logistics at 23-25, 25-23, 25-14, and 25-19. And that's how the day is shaping up to be. Join us again next time for another round of Rush. I'm Riza Diaz. We are One News.